Donald Trump mentioned the young, beautiful girls who come to the White House 5 times at his rally yesterday. Meanwhile, Trump's Justice Department is being sued over access to unredacted Epstein files that Congress has claimed implicate Trump. No connection to the young, beautiful girls, wink, wink. Trump is bringing back World War II-era steam catapults for future aircraft carriers, potentially costing the Navy more than $1 billion. Melania Trump hasn't been seen in public for 27 days, and sailors aboard a U.S. aircraft carrier are reportedly being fed 2 tortillas and a slice of bread, while testosterone is apparently in unlimited supply. The internet had some very specific questions about the junk in Trump's trunk. Watch to the end, you'll see why. It's time for Breaking Absurdity. Everything you didn't know you needed to know today, but wish you hadn't. Let's get right into it, starting with Donald Trump's extremely specific description of the women who come to the White House. At a Law & Order rally in New York yesterday, Trump repeatedly talked about young, beautiful girls so many times the audience couldn't keep count anymore.
Young, beautiful girls, these young, beautiful girls, these young, beautiful girls in the White House, you know, they come in. Now, I'm not supposed to say beautiful, but what the hell? These young, these gorgeous, beautiful girls, they want to be safe, and they come, Mr. President, may I speak to you? Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I said, why are you thanking me? Because a year and a half ago, I was afraid to leave. I was afraid to open the door of my apartment. And now I walk to the White House every morning, and I have absolutely no fear. Thank you, sir.
He was talking about women telling him they feel safer in Washington because of his administration's crime policies. But Trump talked about other constituents he consistently gets it from.
Now I get it all the time. Men, women, older men, younger men, and older women and younger women. They're all saying thank you, and I know exactly what they mean. We lived in a hellhole.
Yes, we all know what you mean, Mr. President. You're getting it constantly. While Trump was talking openly about all the beautiful girls coming to the White House, New Mexico is suing Trump's Justice Department. The state wants access to unredacted Epstein files connected to Jeffrey Epstein's former Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. New Mexico's Attorney General says the Justice Department is withholding documents that are needed for the state's investigation. So just to recap, while Trump was savoring all the beautiful young girls who come to the White House, New Mexico was calling on the other line asking, where are the Epstein files that allegedly involved Donald Trump? Sadly, that call went to voicemail. Maybe next time, send a voice memo. Now, if you've ever heard Trump talk about steam catapults and wondered what the hell he was talking about, congratulations, I finally know. You're welcome. Trump has been complaining about the Navy's electromagnetic catapult system for years, and now he's actually ordered the Navy to go backwards. The administration wants future Ford-class aircraft carriers to replace the electromagnetic launch system with steam-powered catapults.
Catapults. Which is better? Electric or steam?
The President of the United States has looked at one of the most advanced aircraft carriers in the world and apparently thought, how about some revolutionary 1940s technology? That's what this ship needs. The order applies to future carriers, including the USS Doris Miller, whose electromagnetic system is already about halfway through production. The manufacturer has warned that changing course could create major cost and schedule problems. So the Navy is apparently going to spend a whole lot of money replacing state-of-the-art technology with obsolete technology, because that's exactly what the military needs right now. Just another quote-unquote upgrade that Donald Trump can take credit for. Are we great yet? Meanwhile, on the USS Abraham Lincoln, thousands of sailors have reportedly been dealing with food shortages and deteriorating conditions after more than 250 consecutive days at sea. With reports that sailors have attempted jumping overboard, families have described food becoming scarce. One reported meal was essentially a small portion of shredded meat and a single tortilla, which is not exactly the well-fed fighting force aesthetic that Pete Hegseth is going for. There also have been reports of poor morale, plumbing problems, and other shortages aboard the carrier. But don't worry, because apparently there is a solution: testosterone. Because while sailors are apparently asking where their food is, Pete Hegseth is more focused on testosterone than keeping our sailors well fed and mentally stable. Priorities. And now it's time for an update on TurtleWatch. Mitch McConnell has not made a public appearance since June 14th when he was hospitalized after a fall. That's now more than 60 days. 60 days. His office has released photographs and statements saying he's recovering and remains engaged with Senate business. So to be clear, we're not claiming he's missing, he's just remarkably absent from public life. Which brings us to today's question: where is the turtle? While everyone's trying to find the turtle that apparently got lost in a shell doing rehab, there's another disappearance people are starting to notice. I'm talking about Melania Trump. And unlike Mitch McConnell, she doesn't have a medical explanation for why she's been missing. She just hasn't been around much. The Daily Beast recently went through Melania Trump's public calendar and found that she has appeared publicly on just 38 days this year. Her last public appearance was July 19th when she attended the World Cup final with Trump. So naturally, we're adding a second counter. We already have TurtleWatch. Now we have Where's Melania? We'll keep you posted, assuming she shows up. And finally, Donald Trump is threatening to treat the Strait of Hormuz as U.S. territory, which is an interesting proclamation considering that it's not even clear there's a strategy to win the war, much less start claiming territory for places few Americans had even heard of prior to the conflict. Trump made the remarks during the same New York appearance. In international news, an Australian woman claims that her urologist AI hallucinated that she was microdosing mushrooms, and the woman found out after reviewing her own medical records. Experts warn the error may have been caused by her AI doing some microdosing of its own. Finally, political analysts are reporting that Trump is facing a White House exodus, with Caroline Leavitt making her sudden departure as White House press secretary after returning from maternity leave to spend more time with her family. And David Warrington stepping down from his role as White House General Counsel, among others. So apparently the White House is experiencing an exodus, Caroline Leavitt is spending more time with her family, David Warrington is stepping down, and several others are headed for the exits. At this rate, the only person who might actually be staying in the White House is the guy who lives there. And finally, the internet demands to know what the hell is going on with Trump's rump. Footage from behind Trump was posted on X, with viewers fixating on what appears to be a strange bulge underneath the right side of his suit jacket, asking, why does it look like there's a box on his right cheek? And honestly, once someone points it out, it is remarkably difficult to unsee. We only know one thing for sure: the internet cares deeply about it, so if any of my loyal viewers have a theory, please let me know in the comments below. This is important journalism. And there you have it, another day of breaking absurdity, your daily reminder that this is not normal. Be sure to like and subscribe to help me keep bringing you more daily absurdity. Please check out the video that pops up on screen and check out my playlist for more breaking absurdity.